Okay, just thought I'd let our European friends and ZL friends talk a little bit before I do. FT901D, really one of my favourite radios. I have one that is in the box and got all its little bits. I call it the Brendan Bryant lineup because Brendan's got a lineup very similar, where it takes up 2 metres of bench. So if you start collecting FT901 bits, just remember you need 2 metres of bench to chuck it all in there. If you grab the RIDI converter and everything, Brendan and I both know this this situation. Look at the signal. I'll tell you what, SDX comes in very well. Look at that. And just so you know, that's on a... oh, actually, no, I'm plugged through to the horizontal INOV, the 40-metre INOV antenna, which we had marvellous fun with. A lot of problems with that the other day. And nothing we couldn't sort out, but cost us an extra couple of hours, as I can tell you now. Hint to people out there, when buying second-hand antennas, buy a whole new set of clamps, because there's a good chance they're not too good. Anyway, we had to get around that problem when we were a bit remote here. Anyway, we got there. So, I'm on the INOV 40-metre rotatable dipole. I don't know where it's pointing, to be honest, but it doesn't seem to matter right now. Certainly really coming through well. We'll go on to dummy load in a minute. I just thought I'd just have a quick look on here. By the way, very noisy here today. As you can see outside, it is a bit cloudy and there's a storm coming, so yes. Now, to give you an idea where this one came from, wouldn't be hard. Some of the people who have been following my exploits know that, but yes, this is very much a one owner. So, but certainly it's not a bad condition. A few little marks, to be very honest. I don't want to overstate what I'm looking at. But for a fire up that I know for a fact this radio hasn't been fired up for a very long time. Look at the volume control. There's no scratchiness. There's no look. Should be, absolutely should be. But no, it's really, really good. Just having a bit of a wander up and down the band. VFO function on this is really nice. VFO feels like it's new. I don't think it's got a lot of use. This sat in a workshop and was really used more as a HF receiver. So, and I can just feel by the VFO that the VFO feels like brand new. This was used more to just monitor HF signals and bits and pieces that this particular service workshop did. But I think our friends up here were about the strongest. Oh, this is another one in Europe. The receivers on these things are so lightning hot. They're just incredible. They really are. Anyway, it's been nice to sort of sit here and have a bit of a look at what's coming through on the band. But I should get to the watts part of it. Let's see if it's got any watts. Righto, so we're on 40 metres and I've just done a very rough tune. I haven't gone crazy for every last watt, but let's just have a little look. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Certainly driving nicely. Oh yeah, 80 odd watts. I'm sure we'll get that up a little bit further if we tune a bit. But yeah, certainly percolating nicely. And that's just on dummy load at the moment too, for those that are interested. Not on antenna. Okay. That's hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's looking quite nice on. It's very nice. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I'll just turn that mic gain back a bit. Let's just see what happens if we just sort of don't push it dry quite so. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, look, that's actually not too bad at all. You can certainly drive these things quite hard, and they do sound quite nice. But yeah, so it's passed the power test. Well, I might just see if I can get a little bit more out of it than that. Let's give that a bit of a shot. Why not? Now, something to remember about the 901. Well, there's a few things to remember, especially over the 101 series of the ZD series. The reason the 901 is such a want to have item, well, let's just go back to the power. Number one, they have a tune button. Watch this. So it just sits there and then clicks off. Now the great thing about that is that if you're the sort of person that's going to sit there tuning until your valves fry, this won't let you. So it'll just let you basically tune, and I've been able to tune that up to just over 100 watts quite easily on the bird meter there, top scale. And as you can see, clicks out. It's like an idiot switch. It doesn't let you get yourself into trouble. But this radio's, whoops, sorry, didn't do that right then. Give a little pause in between, and then it gives you enough seconds to be able to do. It can be fiddly in the fact that you've got to sometimes, hit that button 3 or 4 times. But better that than sitting there with a solid carrier, at full tote odds, and doing any damage. The other thing that was nice about the 901D. The 901D had AM and FM fitted. With the 101ZD series, you had to have a choice of either AM or FM. So you had a position that said AM/FM. So depending on which board you fitted, so the 901 was definitely the one to have. From the point of view, and don't get me wrong, I'm a 101ZD fanatic. I've got the FT101 without the display, the Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3 of the FT101 series. I love them to death. I think they're fantastic. But this was the next level on as far as giving you that ability to have everything all in one. And they did do a good job of that. Certainly did, actually. Apart from that, if you've used a 101, you're very much, you'll be used to what we're looking at here. The DM side of it, whether they've got the module fitted or not, I don't really think is a big thing. You've got your memory positions, etc., and how you can set up your memory. I've never been a big fan of. I suppose just it was fairly clunky how they did it. It didn't really impress me great, but now I'm not sure if this got the memory module. I'll have to check, to be honest. I think it has, actually. I've got a feeling it has, but don't get carried away with it. If you find one with a memory module, great. If you find one without one, great. Doesn't matter. Sometimes you'll find that filters can make a bit of difference, and there were optional filters, etc. So, when you're looking at the 901D, pretty much you've really got for the day, for when they were produced, it was a really good production of what they learnt from pretty much the whole 101E series right through to the 101Z right through, and they produced the 901 series. And keep in mind, the 901 series, you can get all the transverters, like we were talking about earlier, the RIDI modules, ATUs, everything. You can just keep going for 2 meters long, which, when I say 2 meters, I don't mean the band, I mean 2 meters in length. So roughly over 6 feet. So yes, but look, great radios, really are. And I won't carry on too much. This one's doing. I really wanted to hook this up just to make sure it was doing what it needed to do. It's been sitting in a workshop doing nothing for probably 3 or 4 years, and it was just sort of one of my curious sort of things that I just thought, well, let's have a bit of a look. Keep in mind things like if you're not agreeing completely on your dial here, you can adjust there at that point. You also can adjust up here. So basically you go into your calibrate mode and set up your display as per the calibrate. It's very, very simple to do. I wasn't sure I liked the calibrate in some respects, being so, look at the swing. I mean, there's a lot of swing there, so there's a lot of ability to bump it and then think, oh, now I've got to go recalibrate. So I'm not sure that was 100% their greatest idea, but you can set the mark, and there's come up 7125 there, so it's 25 kcs. Actually, it's about it's the other way around. Go to 7125 like that. And set that back to 7125. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got to remember now how they used to have the tone. Sometimes you're better to have a quick listen on a radio like this here, and I'll give you an example of that. Actually, the reason I'm being so daft here on the calibrate is because I'll tell you what I do. I'll go to 7166 here. Actually, let's do the opposite. It's coming down to 7125. On my old 440. I've got another 440 coming down. We're going to make the absolute top-notch 440 by the time we're finished. Okay, so what I generally do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we know we're miles off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So straight away, we know we're on 7125 there, and this is really being slack. So I'll just set it there and go, righto, bang. So that's my fastest way. You can do it by tone. Some people get a bit confused, even me, remembering what to listen for. But that's a very quick way to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. We're sort of listening over there quite okay. But yeah, look, once again, calibrate, good, but is it really needed? Now, that has got the memory board in it, I think. Yes, sorry, it will have. I'll have to read the manual to remember how to set a memory in one of these. I think the memory was good because from memory you could set your splits as well, so that might have some advantages to it as well. But sorry, push one of those in. You got to have one of those in, by the way. It's a good idea. And memory recall, yeah. Look, to be honest, read the manual. It's been so long since I've mucked around with the memory modules on these things, so I'm probably being a little bit. The other thing you could listen to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hang on. If I turn this radio here down, now we can listen to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and yeah. So if you ever hear yourself coming through, you'll know that you've knocked that switch down. But yep, great series of radios. We'll do when I get the whole lineup back set up again, we'll do a big sort of hit on the ones I've got in boxes, and just do a bit of a run through how everything integrates together. I'll have to ring Brendan, to be honest. By the way, there's another little trick for new players. See how I've left the tune button in there? It doesn't matter, because the minute I go there, it'll just basically tune again and then turn itself off. So still showing about 97 watts, So you need to pull it out and then to reset it. Normally takes about a second to reset, half a second, something like that, and you are sort of cooking with gas again. Let's just put it back on the antenna for a last look. Look at these signals, seriously. This is not a beam, by the way. This is just a rotatable dipole. It's up about 70 odd feet. Let's have a look. What else we got? You can tell the band's open a fair bit, just the noise level's up a bit. Wow. Sorry, I just had to stop the video for a second then. There was this big boom crash opera, and I thought something's fallen over in the other room, but no, it's not. Have a look out there, how dark it's got since we last had a look. That was a big lightning and thunderstorm it was a burst of lightning followed by a big crash, and just about rocked the room. Anyway. Yeah, well, the band is certainly operating well. All right, well, I think apart from me playing here, and I could probably sit here for too long, but we've got to look at another one in a second that's been sitting around for way too long too, so we'll get onto that next. Another Yaesu. The ZLs are coming in beautifully. Anyway, 40 metres is obviously alive. Thank you very much for having a look at this FT901D videos, 73s, VK3 Charlie Mike. Please subscribe and certainly keep us moving along. We won't even charge you for subscribing, and we'll get back to you with something else different in the next, few minutes actually. We've got to get on to the next one, and that one's a beauty. All the best. Cheers.